Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of MarkRushtonGallery.com. And I guess also MarkRushton.com. I'll just stick that down in there. How's the internet today? It's unstable. My God. Yeah, you need to just hold on here. It's got to improve. I really just need to go out and buy, 50 feet of Cat 5, Cat 6 or whatever, and just plug this right into that modem right outside the door here, down the stairs, rather than trying to rely on the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is supposed to be good. It should be good. I certainly pay for the good. And yet, just like this, right? It's just up and down everywhere. And I don't think it's because somebody else is streaming something in the house. I think it's, who knows what. I don't care. I'll be getting new internet here very soon. And but really, I should just plug in, but that, tune in, turn on, drop out. So anyway, this video is called Art and Music Chat. It's just an art and music chat for Saturday. It was a good July. Now, first, I must say something here. I must say something before I bring up the email that I'm going to talk about here. Is last night I did not have a live art sale. It would have been live art sale number. It would have been number 37. But seeing how I'm going to be changing studios here in the next month, and I am like super busy with regard to packing up the original art in preparation for the change of studios, and removing. If you look out on the website, which is MarkRushtonGallery.com, if you look out on the gallery, there's no more original art out there. I have pulled all that because I'm changing locations. All the stuff is packed up. What if I sell something and which box did I put that in? So the only thing that's available out there right now are prints, of which there are many out there to choose from, many different styles, and there'll be many more in the future. And then, of course, also the tote bag store, which, let's get your one-man operation all prepared here for the tote bag store. The excellent tote bags. Currently on sale, 15% off everything through the end of July, which I believe is tomorrow. And then I have some compact discs lying around from the past here. I'm also a recording artist. We're going to talk about that here mainly soon. So last night I did not have a live art sale, and I'm not going to have one until I get settled into the new studio. So there's going to be, I was trying to keep up a 2 show a week on the live art sale schedule, and I can't do it. I'm just not going to do it. Last night I was definitely not in the mental space for that. And then I'm just like, what do I have? What do I have to show off, right? I have the prints to show off, the different print surface types, like the aluminum here. And once I move into the new studio, I'm going to buy a dye sublimation printer and a heat press, and pieces of metal like this. I'm just going to be making little one-offs, limited edition prints that I'm going to ship out myself. Maybe something, maybe on a canvas as well. I don't know. We'll see about that. Some of the other things might be a little bit difficult for me, but I'm going to experiment with them just a little bit here. Like the fine art paper. I might just let the fulfillment vendor continue to make those. But again, I'll have the printer, I'll have the heat press, I'll have different surfaces there to play around with. I may even, mess around with clothing. I'm more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own what would you call it? Illegal clothing, right? Stuff I'm not going to sell, stuff I'm just going to make on my own, probably using appropriated copyright images, and just to make my own stuff and just one off for myself. That's kind of one thing that I've also wanted to do. You know, I don't know how easy it's gonna be able to make an acrylic print. I don't know about that. But the other stuff, really the thing that excites me the most. The thing that excites me the most is making these little dye sublimation prints here from the images, from the paintings that I create. That's really kind of what I want to do. So yeah, there wasn't a live art show last night. Not that many people are sitting around waiting with bated breath. But let's get to it was a good July. Let's get over to the chat here. I do kind of want to ramble about this a little bit. So this is from my email list. I just sent out a weekly email. I try to send one out every single week because the marketing department has beat it into me. You need to send out an email to your list every week. So I try to mix it up as far as the different topics. One week it may be a thing related to the podcast. It may be something to the art. It may be something related to the music. It may just be a quick note. Hey, just checking in. Just let you know old Rushton's still alive and his hair's still growing after a year. Honestly, I started taking the biotin and I stopped washing it with shampoo. I do wash it, but I don't wash it with shampoo anymore. And it's never been thicker. Yes, I've always had the high forehead, but at my age, still having hair is a miracle, right? So here's the email. And you want to sign up for the email, you can go out to Mark Rushton Gallery. There's also a little sign up down there as well. But this is what the email is. And, a certain number of people, I've had the email list for some time and it's growing. And a certain percentage opens it up and reads it. And I appreciate that's nice. But it's essentially, I had a good July on the music side. I had the best July ever on the music side. And the thing is, as I say here, there's nothing wrong with saying that, right? As an artist, I mean, if you're doing relatively good, although there's a lot of artists out there I've met over the years that they're never satisfied with anything. But I'm, you pinch yourself and you're like, I consider myself kind of lucky. I mean, I'm not gloating, but I think it's okay to say, you know what? It's going good. It's going okay. And if somebody asked me, on a professional level, well, how's the music going? I'd say it's the best it's ever been. And it doesn't happen overnight. I've been at this for over 20 years. Early on, I released music, and it was solely about publishing the sounds that I was creating and doing it independently. And honestly, I made almost no money on this until streaming came along. Things like Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, all that sort of stuff. And just for the last decade, those services have just been vilified in the music press, in the industry, by other artists. And I'm tired of listening to it. If you can't figure out how to, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. Not my problem. I have to keep reminding myself that. So, but yeah, listen, it wasn't really any money until about 2014, 2015. It's when people started joining streaming services in a significant amount, detail. They got away from buying downloads or stealing or listening to YouTube or, my God, the radio. And, in the last 2 or 3 years, I've learned how to, analyze the data that I get, the royalty statements, the other data that you get out there through the different artist services that are available, like Spotify for artists, Apple Music for artists, what's the other one? Amazon Music for artists. There's a lot of different of those types of services out there, and the data just gets better and better. It's not perfect by any means. In fact, the reporting on all of this is a little ridiculous. It should be better. That's what you should be providing artists and recording artists out there is better data, and and artists should know how to go and open up a CSV. They should know how to filter their data and look for what's going on. We go, well, how are people listening to your music? Right? Is it playlists? Did that pitch? Did that get picked up into a curated playlist? That sort of thing. So yeah, there's no grand scheme. There's no cheat codes. There's only hard work, understanding systems, analyzing data, and being open to new processes and avenues. If I had a closed mind, if I had said, "Oh, you know what? Spotify sucks. Daniel Ek is responsible for all my failures in the world," then yeah, I soy un perdedor. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you, But I don't look at it that way. I'm just like, oh, hey, how do I get my music on there? How do I get, there's a lot of people on every streaming service around the world. How do you get your music discoverable? Well, here's the advice that I would give to fledgling recording artists today, whether you're young, you're old, you want to transform it from a hobby into a business or whatever. This is what I would do. And this is somebody who had the best month ever in 20 years. I'd love to show you the numbers, but I can't show you the numbers. But it's good. It's good. I reached a milestone. It's great. Here's the advice I would give. Number 1, make and release new music constantly. Make and release new music constantly. If you're making one thing a year, one track, and you're spending forever building the perfect beast, right? No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to be making stuff and getting it out there constantly. Be on multiple distribution services and try to remain independent. And the reason I am on multiple distribution services is because while they all have their positive aspects, I would say all of them have their negative aspects. And some are less negative than others, and some things you can work around, and other things they have a disdainful attitude towards the artists that they are providing a service for. I mean, especially lately, there's, every now and then this comes up with various distribution services and their obedience to the streaming services. And you just, the distributors need to look at the artist as a business partner, not a cost center, not a baby that needs to be controlled, not a child that needs to be put to bed early. A whole nother rant. But yeah, try to remain independent. Don't be signing those bad contracts. I want to be famous. You don't want to be famous. Look at all the people who ended up, dying in an elevator or drowning in the tub or having heart attacks at way early ages because you just drank and smoked and just, do you want that? No thanks. Number 3, merchandise your music using public playlists on all services. Pitching to curated playlists. Take advantage of every single one that you can. Showcasing your music on a podcast, being in stock music libraries, and as I'm going to do in the next year here, dipping my toe into synchronization licensing. Number 4, don't read music news anywhere. Let me make this a little bit larger here. Don't read music news anywhere because 99% of it is made up controversy and clickbait. Absolutely true. Number 5, ignore music critics completely. It's just they're not going to make or break you. Though they could break you, but I guess it depends on how much they want to cancel you. But yeah, music critics, they even at the big place, they really don't have any sway. It's all just I can't even go into the term. It's who cares? Ignore them. There are critics in the past who are pretty good. There's a lot of them I like, but most of them are dead, and some of them, are super old now. So, and what's coming up is it's terrible. Music criticism, dissertation length garbage. That's how I kind of feel. So I never send anything out. Never. I don't care. If somebody wrote something about it one way or the other, I don't care. That's your opinion. You know what they say about opinions, right? Number 6, stop listening to the opinions of 99.999% of other artists, especially the ones who do nothing to help their career or catalog. I've experienced this many, many, many times over the last 2 decades. They don't want to do anything. They just want the cheat codes, or they want somebody to do it for them. And where's my money? And why isn't it more? Number 7, use a service that collects your worldwide mechanical and publishing royalties. I don't know how many societies there are around the world right now. 50, 55, 60, something like that. You need a service that you just plug your stuff into, and they API it all around the world. And when you get your money, you get your money, and they take a little bit of a cut of it. It's the best way to do it. Oh, they took 15%. They earn that buck. You could. There's no way you could figure that out on your own. That's too much work. Number 8, accept every in-app licensing offer that shows up, even if it sounds stupid. I started doing this a few years ago, and I was just like, what Facebook? Facebook wants to use my music? Instagram, that'll never work. Apple Fitness, who's going to use that? Peloton? No one's going to use a Peloton. Virtual reality headsets? Well, not that many people use virtual reality headsets. You see most of those people on those fail army videos. They got grandpa's on the headset and he falls over into the TV and breaks the TV, something like that. But yeah, accept every in-app licensing offer. To be in-app licensing of music libraries is big now. It's going to be huge in the future. Number 9, don't worry about whether your music is good by some random other person's standards. I really hate seeing people just go on and on and on about whether something is good or bad. I see it all the time. Get away from that and do not feed the trolls. This is the music. I hate to call them music snobs, but when they start talking about good music versus bad music without any context, without any examples, I think you're kind of coming off as a snob. And here's why. I always use Louie Louie by the Kingsmen as an example. I think we can all agree. I'm sure there's a naysayer out there, just for the fun of it, that Louie Louie by the Kingsmen is a rock and roll classic. It was recorded on one microphone. The singer came in early, the guitarist messed up, and the drummer messed up and swore. That's well documented. But if the music snobs if this thing came out today and the music snobs were not aware of it, they declared it as bad, right? It's not quantized. It's in what, it's lo-fi. Oh, it's lo-fi. They might like it because it's lo-fi or whatever, right? Or I can't understand the lyrics. Where's the lyric music video? Right? Or something. They have some sort of criticism about it. This is good. This is bad. As I like to say in number 10, there's an audience for everything, right? Number 10, don't worry about fans. You want listeners. That's what I have listeners. I have some fans. But mostly I have listeners. And it's okay to release your sounds under multiple pseudonyms, especially if you're nervous about criticism. You don't have to put stuff out under your name. You don't have to have a fan base. You can release things anonymously or pseudo-anonymously. And it doesn't have to be one. You get tired of using that name, or that name, that something doesn't work out or whatever. Become somebody else. Switch. Come out. Yeah, I came up with a new name. I don't want to be known as that person. Switch. It's all right. It's all right. Well, what about all my fans? Fans, schmans. I see this all the time with Spotify marketing language lately. There's like fans. It's like a mantra with them. No, fans are great. Fans are fine, but you want listeners. Boy, this is a big, long ramble, isn't it? Surprised anybody has stuck around. But of course, now for the fine art side, because my art studio is moving the next month. I've removed like I said, I removed all my original artworks from my gallery. All I have now are prints and merchandise. Once I get into the new space, I'm going to bring back the originals. I'll be working on new art. I'm going to be buying a dye sublimation printer, heat press, making my own stuff. We're going to have fun in the fall and winter. I'm going to be doing in-person art shows. I'm going to be doing more videos. So if you're watching this on a video service, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, think about following along. I make these rambling videos every now and then, but I also do videos where I kind of show off the artwork as well too. And I'm on all the alt platforms too, with all the bitter people. I have to delete their comments because they're so mean. I don't care what you have to say. But otherwise, it was a good July. You can't take that away from me, right? Lots going on. So yeah, I got my prints, my tote bags, compact discs. I think I even get do I still have the calendars going? Well, it's out there. And the big list of links. So that's the email. That's the email that I sent out today. And how are we doing at Instagram here? Let's refresh. Have we hit 200 yet? Still at 199. We are up to 199. I tell you, the Reels has been the best thing. The Reels. I also do posts. So I have posts. I have Reels. Oh, look at the numbers on there. Some Reels do better than others. And there's no magic special secret either. It's just that Zuckerberg is throttling us. It's funny to listen to other artists talk about Reels. It's like, I had a Reel that did nearly 6,000, and now my Reels only do 130. Maybe I should quit doing Reels. And it's just like, Reels are mostly seen by random people who don't know you. And so why would you give up that? Why would you give up 130 new eyes potential a day? Well, I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Am I not playing popular music? Am I doing the No. You're being throttled. You're being throttled by Mr. Zuckerberg. Because he wants to ban he wants to get TikTok banned, and he wants to institute pay to play on Instagram, just like he did Facebook. When you make a post out there, it only gets seen by a small fraction of your friends or followers or likers or whatever. And then every now and then you get the old boost this post. What do you think is going on? Why are you still naive? Do not engage in pay for play, right? In any regard, whether it's on the anti-social media, whether it's related, if you're a musician. Oh God, the musicians, they just, I need to be famous. I need to fake it until I make it. No, You need to just keep working until you make it. What's the matter with you people? What's the matter? Why do you want the cheat codes? Why do you think Prince had the cheat codes? For God's sakes. All the guy did was play guitar and everything else. He played everything. He even played basketball. Haven't you seen that Chappelle Show clip with Charlie Murphy? That's a good one. All right. That's it for today. I got stuff to do here. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to go for a walk later. It's sunny. Perfect summer day. Get out, get that vitamin D. Yeah. Mark Rushton, markrushtongallery.com. We got lots of great stuff out there. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.